Behold the true origin of Kylo Ren.
And his lightsaber.
With the release of Star Wars The Rise of Kylo Ren #4 by writer Charles Soule and artist Will Sliney, we now have the complete origin story revealing how Ben Solo transformed into Kylo Ren with his signature Crossguard Lightsaber.
But beware of spoilers! Let's do it.
The story in this comic reveals that there's a lot more to Ben Solo's origin story than what was shown in the sequel trilogy movies.
Like, he didn't set Luke's Jedi Academy on fire and kill the other students. It was the Emperor in the sky with the Force lightning. Look, just go with it. But the main thing this story gets across is how Ben was incredibly conflicted, torn between the light side and the dark side before he ultimately went full-on Star Wars villain.
So, Ben goes on the run and joins the Knights of Ren, but to become a full member with dental, 401k and other such benefits, he needs to kill someone, and it needs to be a good death.
3 remaining Jedi try to track Ben down and bring him back to the light, but in the chaos of their fight, he accidentally kills one of them. Does that count?
An accident? No. That's as bad as a death can get. Eventually, there's a big battle with the Knights of Ren going up against the 2 remaining Jedi, and Ben Solo is forced to finally decide who he wants to be.
Ben has a super emotional conversation with his former Jedi classmate and friend, Ty, where he expresses how he's felt like both the dark side and the light side have tried to claim him since birth, and he's never felt like he had a choice about which path to take in his life. Whether it's Luke or Snoke, he's fed up with being seen as a legacy rather than a person. Ty pleads with Ben to break from all that and choose his own path.
But he's cut short when Ren uses the Force to snap Ty's neck.
Rude.
Yeah, this sets Ben off and he channels all his rage into dealing a mighty lightsaber poke that kills Ren. But his fall to the dark side sends shockwaves through the Force. Snoke / the Emperor, Leia, and Rey could all sense the cold, dark disturbance.
Ben finally delivered a good death and becomes the leader of the Knights of Ren, leaving one last thing left to do.
We learn why he takes the name Kylo Ren?
No, they actually don't explain that.
Really? This is the Rise of Kylo Ren, so you'd think that they'd include that in the...
You would think that, but they don't. I don't know, you got me. But what we do see is Ben assembling his signature lightsaber. He uses a dark side ritual to bleed his blue kyber crystal into a red one by channeling all of his rage and hate into it. But as he's doing it, he sees the faces of the people who have cared about him most in his life.
Han Solo, General Leia, Luke Skywalker, Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca, and Ty. And though the crystal does turn red, it cracks in his hand. It seems that even though Ben has embraced the dark side, he hasn't fully committed to it because he still feels the love of his former family and friends, which is why the crystal broke.
It's imperfect and fractured, split in 2 by the pull of the light and the dark, just like he is.
The crystal creates an erratically crackling blade and overheats the hilt, so for the piece de resistance, Ben installs 2 side vents that form a crossguard, thus creating the iconic Kylo Ren lightsaber, and that's the end.
But I still have so many questions.
And that's the end.
But what about his Darth Vader inspired mask? Shouldn't that have factored in somehow? And didn't Luke say he left with a handful of students? That's not what happened here. This doesn't line up.
Well, that's the end of the story. What do you think of this Kylo Ren backstory that never got into the films? Did it live up to your expectations after waiting all these years since 2015? Let us know down in the comments.
Thanks for watching. For more news from IGN Now, check out our breakdown of the new Batmobile and how Rey's father was a failed Palpatine clone.
And be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.